follow with my finger. And make sure that you use those special hands to show those sounds. That's right. And your superhero arms whenever we make those sounds. That's right. That's right. Here we go. Ready? A says ah, 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 but it can also say a, a. B says ba, 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 ba. And C says but it can also say. Raise your hand if you can tell me why we sang before for C, Mr. Walker.
Because C says more than S.
Very good thinking. C says much more than it says S, and so we sang that sound first. Very good thinking. D says d, 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 d. Make sure your eyes are glued to my pointer. E says eh, 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 but it can also say e, 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 and F says and G says g, 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 but it can also say j, 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 j. Make sure you're using those lips, tongue, and teeth, and really working those muscles so they remember these sounds. H says ha, 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 and I says but it can also say I, and J says j, 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 and K says and L says la, 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 and M says and N says n, and O says but it can also say Good. Keep your eyes glued to my finger. Don't look at my mouth. Look at my finger. P says pa, 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 pa. And Q says qua, 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 qua. Stop phrase question. Why did I sing QU even though there is only a Q there? Isabel.
Because Q and U, they never leave each other.
Q and U never leave each other, but I like to say Q never goes anywhere without his best buddy U, and together they make one sound, which is qua. U is not afraid. U can go off by himself, but Q will never go anywhere without his best buddy U, and together they make one sound, qua. And actually, we should pencil in a little U after that Q, just so that they're together. R says and S says and T says and U says but it can also say U, and V says and W says whoa, 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 and X says and Y says but it can also say E or I or E or I or E. Raise your hand if you can tell me why Y has 3 sounds. How about right back there?
Because he's sneaky, and he sneaked into the closet and steal their cake.
He's sneaky, that's right. He's sneaky. Why? He stuck into whose closets to steal their cake?
E and I.
Good thinking. He snuck into E and I's closet, and he took one of each of their superhero suits. And now whenever he sits at the end of a word where he thinks no one is watching him, that's right, or even in the middle, he will always be wearing either his E suit or his I suit, as long as he's not at the front. If he's at the front, he's not going to do anything but what he's supposed to. He's going to say, yeah.
Like yellow?
Like yellow, that's right. Because he thinks everybody can see him when he's at the front. Just like you are always going to do the right thing at the beginning of the line, right? Because you're the line leader, everybody can see you. Very good, and always look at the picture. If you're not sure, you can check out that picture to remember what sounds he can make. Okay, we're almost done. Z says z, 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 z. So now I know my letter sounds, and so my song is done. Excellent, thank you.